We're going to Atlanta, where the Atlanta mayor has a message to the parents because the kids don't care about the police. They don't care about consequences. They just do what they want to do, and the parents aren't holding them responsible. Let's get on.
Tonight, the mayor of Atlanta sends a strong message to parents after a deadly shooting at Piedmont Park.
Speaking directly to parents, we don't want to parent for you. It's your job to parent.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us here on 11 Alive and streaming on 11 Alive Plus. I'm Ron Jones.
And I'm Jennifer Bellamy. Tonight, city leaders are frustrated following a violent Easter weekend. Police say more than a dozen people were shot, including 16-year-old Tiana Robinson, who lost her life when someone opened fire inside Piedmont Park. It happened Saturday night following a 404-day event.
And right now, there is a $15,000 reward for information leading to an arrest out there. And just hours ago, we spoke with Robinson's older brother, telling the teens to put the guns down.
Like, we supposed to have fun when we go out, not worrying about if somebody gonna kill us or anything like that. So it's like all these young people, they got free to stop with all the gang violence because there's too much going on. And my sister lost her life to it, and I just hope we get justice for her.
Well, tonight, police say several shootings this weekend were beyond their control.
We have live team coverage tonight following the investigations and taking a behind-the-scenes look at one of the city's solutions. We begin with 11 Alive's Cody Alcorn live from the Atlanta Public Safety Headquarters, where police and city leaders held a news conference earlier today. Cody.
Yeah, Jennifer, this was no doubt one of the most violent weekends we have seen in this city in quite some time. But when you zoom out, Mayor Dickens put some perspective on it for us earlier today. He says when you're looking at homicides, as of January 1st to today, we're at 17. Go back 4 years, that number was 48. At least 8 separate shootings across the city of Atlanta Easter weekend.
A lot of those incidents were beyond the control of the police department.
Assistant Chief Carventaya says 3 of the 8 shootings were self-inflicted, including one man who shot himself in the leg.
And was less than truthful with the police and said he got robbed.
And a teenager shot after police say he committed a crime.
As he's running away, his pants fall down, he grabs his pants, and he accidentally shoots himself.
One of the most heartbreaking, a 3-year-old killed after getting a hold of a gun.
Who was killed inside of an apartment at 12 at night, left there by the parent who's trying to go to work and make a living.
In a 4th shooting, police say a father shot his 15-year-old son over drugs.
Those incidents, the Atlanta Police Department really cannot control. But let's be clear, the ones that we can control, we will come after those people.
APD is offering a $15,000 reward to help track down the shooters who opened fire Saturday night inside Piedmont Park. The shooting took the life of 16-year-old Tiana Robinson. Just hours later, 2 men were shot along Edgewood Avenue. And the weekend ended with 4 teenagers shot Sunday night on Sparks Street. Mayor Dickens says the city saw an influx of visitors over the weekend, noting that Atlanta's population is just 8% of the entire metro area.
This 8% can't take care of 92% of the folks' kids. So, but they love our amenities. Piedmont Park is paid for by Atlanta taxpayers and the Conservancy, but folks from all over come enjoy it.
Mayor Dickens says policies are being reviewed, including curfew times following the violent weekend.
Priority number 1 is to, respect this grieving family of Tiana Robinson and to find the killers that committed this heinous crime.
Yeah, 100%. You have to do something to stop the violence. If you have to implement some kind of curfew to where any kid found out after a certain time, they need to be detained. So, I mean, I don't know if you need to go as extreme as that, but something needs to be done. If the student or if the child keeps doing things that's going to end them in jail, the parents need to be held responsible for not watching their child. At the end of the day, something needs to be done. Let's keep going into this.
During that news conference today, Mayor Dickens said there were 32 officers on Edgewood Avenue Saturday night when that shooting happened. He says as far as Piedmont Park, while they didn't give us a number, they said it was adequately staffed with APD officers. In fact, the assistant chief says in both of those shootings, Edgewood Avenue and Piedmont Park, officers were in the area and responded to those shots fired before any 911 calls were made. Live in Atlanta, Cody Alcorn, 11 Alive News.
I mean, that just goes to show you that they can have plenty of staff, plenty of things they can be there when it happens, but they can't solve all the problems. At the end of the day, teens will still get out there, do what they want to do when the parents are not holding them responsible. A budget can only go so far before the parents need to do something. You can only have so many officers. You can only afford so many police officers. But let's go over into one more video just to drive this point home.
And after a weekend of violence in Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens is putting parents on notice. 11 people were shot between Saturday and Sunday, 2 of which died.
Atlanta News First Sarah Hammond is live. She's with the First Alert breaking news tracker. Sarah, we heard from city leaders yesterday, and they are wanting accountability.
Yeah, they are. And you know, the 2 people who died from these shootings over the weekend, one of them was 16-year-old Tiana Robinson, who was shot and killed in Piedmont Park. The other was a 3-year-old boy who was shot in southwest Atlanta. Now, Atlanta police say that some of these weekend shootings were arguments that turned into gunfire, like the shooting on Spark Street Sunday that sent 4 teens to the hospital. In the case of the Piedmont Park shooting that killed Robinson and injured another 15-year-old girl, APD says they believe that was random. A $15,000 reward is now on the table from Crime Stoppers for any information about those shooters. And as spring break for roughly 600,000 Metro Atlanta students continues, Mayor Andre Dickens says parents need to know where their kids are.
APD is increasing their patrols, and they will bring charges to parents and caregivers of minors who are violating our curfew.
And as a reminder, curfew for minors in Atlanta is midnight to 6 a.m. Friday and Saturday, and 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. Sunday through Thursday. Live here at the Atlanta Police Department headquarters, Sarah Hammond, Atlanta News First.
Is that late enough, or is that early enough? Is that going to stop or help the parents, wake the parents up, a better word to say, that they need to watch over their children? Or fines, or they say charges, but most likely it's going to be some kind of fine. If it's severe enough, then yes, charges, I can see that. But something needs to be done. It's happening all over the world. Teen takeovers where parents aren't caring about or not knowing where their children are. They're out vandalizing. They're out late at night shooting. Somebody might be shooting up a party, shooting up a gathering. It's happening everywhere. It seems like parents are less and less concerned about what their children are doing when they're away from them. It might have just been because we were raised differently or we grew up differently, but it seems like something needs to be done. Something needs to drive deep into these parents to where they need to understand that they are responsible for their children at the end of the day. And what they do falls back on them. But let me know your thoughts on that situation, y'all. Let me know if you disagree with anything I said.